Okay, welcome. And I covered, a lot of the deaths that were connected to Bret Hart and the Hart family, right? WWF slash WWE professional wrestling. And I mentioned Brian Pillman in one of those videos I made with his death. And man, something popped in my feed earlier. I can't remember if it was like YouTube or Facebook or something. That's where a lot of these ideas come for these decodes, by the way. Something will pop up and it's like, oh yeah. But you know what's amazing? You see Brian Pillman right there, right? And here he is right here as well. He was a great character in wrestling. He was in other organizations as well. But it was Vince McMahon was speaking of him in the ring, talking about his death, and I looked at it. There was somebody holding a sign in the crowd, and it said something Brian Pillman, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's interesting because Brian Pillman heavily used prescription pills, like Pillman. Come on, man. This stuff is with the language. Are you kidding me? Brian Pillman. Look at that. Brian Pillman. Okay? And I know that's a thing amongst wrestlers, probably. But come on, man. Right? Come on, Pillman. And again, look, yes, Brian Pillman heavily used prescription pills, including painkillers. You see that? And muscle relaxers. Right? Often obtained illegally or from a specific doctor to cope with pain from a severe car accident and the demands of wrestling. And while his official cause of death was a heart attack due to undetached heart disease. And I brought up that during the Hart Foundation, Hart family, Bret Hart decode I did with all of the deaths connected to Bret Hart and the deaths related to the heart of some of these characters. So this is another one. So undetected heart disease, drug, alcohol use was a major contributing factor. His widow stated he took illegally prescribed painkillers and substances like ephedrine for his physique, and police found empty bottles in his room, although the autopsy couldn't definitely link specific substances to his death beyond his underlying heart condition. And look at this. You want to go a little bit deeper? Look at that. Look at this is the language right here, okay? Prescription pills. Look at that. 230 in ordinal, which is like 203. Brian Pillman equals 203, which is like 230. You see that? Prescription pills. Brian Pillman. It's like 23. Look at Pills has 23. Pillman has 32. Look at that. The same numbers. Drop those zeros. 23, 23, 23, 32. Prescription pills, Brian Pillman. Pills and Pillman. Come on. What a joke, man. Pillman. What are the odds? What are the odds of that? Come on, right? And it syncs up in the language. That's his name. You know what I mean? And that's his name. Anyways, So I had to come with the video, you know what I'm saying? He was a great character. I mean, for real. He played his role and his character very well, almost where you believe that's just how he was, right? And maybe he was. That's how good of a character Brian Pillman was. So again, RIP to that character. Man, 1962 to 1997. Man, he died young, huh? I don't know why he reminds me of Raven, the wrestler Raven. Man, so he died at 35, it looks like. Wow. Pretty young. May 22nd, October 5th. He reminds me of Raven, kind of. Okay. I don't know why he reminds me of Raven. Anyways, so, that's just a little look at Brian Pillman, who had a heavy prescription pill problem, according to his script and his story, okay? So I appreciate being able to share this with you, and I'll see you in the next one.